Zach, what do I do when a video goes viral? How do I milk that for all it's worth?
Lab Coat Agents Podcast.
Ready?
I am ready to move on, and I'm excited for this next guest because the first two guests we know, and now we are going to get to know Glenda. And I've been following you, Glenda, and I know Tristan has as well. And the way I would describe it, so real estate professional agent. I'll let her introduce herself. Out of Georgia, Atlanta market, correct?
Correct.
And has a very unique and structured style. The way she does it, I know she batches content. I've heard her talk about it. She's another person that you absolutely need to follow. I'm really curious to hear how much this has created ROI and a return for you. We've had that question come up a lot. But Glenda, before we get started, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in the business, and kind of what led you to where you are today, crushing social media. I bet you
Crushing it.
if I had asked you 5 years ago, I bet you probably wouldn't have saw that one coming.
Hey guys, my name is Glenda Baker and I am a real estate agent in Atlanta, Georgia. And I have been selling real estate since Jesus was a baby. So almost 30 years. And, I've always kind of sold a lot of houses. Back in 2013, I'd been selling about 30, 40 houses a year for a while. So pretty consistent producer. And in 2014, I got a business coach, and that kind of, helped my business grow quite a bit. And then in February of 2020, I was at a conference and they showed Zachary Loft, who did a TikTok video, and he had 43,000 views. And I looked at my friend Sergio and I said, if he can do TikTok, I can do TikTok. When I get back to Atlanta, that's the first thing I'm going to do. And that was in February of 2020.
Mhm.
And Tom Ferry came to Atlanta to visit, to speak to my company. And he said, where are you going with your business? And I said, well, I really want to do more video. He goes, okay, I'm going to change your coach. So he changed my coach, and I talked to a couple videographers, and I was like, oh goodness, I wasn't expecting it to be that expensive. So I'm not going to do that. No. Then the pandemic hit. And then once I found out we were going to get on the other side of that, I called the videographer back and I said, I'm ready to get serious about video. And he goes, okay. I said, how much are you going to charge me? He told me. I said, oh, goodness gracious, I don't want to pay that much. And he goes, well, how much do you want to pay? And I told him, and he goes, if you sign a 6-month contract, I'll do it. I said, okay. I didn't vet him. I found him on Instagram. Some other agent posted a video that he took of her. Looked good to me. If he works for her, it'll work for me. I didn't have any conversation with him other than that one phone conversation. I never checked his website or anything. He comes to my house, and we shot 8 TikTok videos that morning and then 4 longer form videos in the afternoon. And they were horrible, so bad that we didn't even post them.
Ooh, I like
And that was in October of 2020, October 7th of 2020. I had 122 followers. And today I think I have maybe 560,000. So, and I've posted 391 videos in 474 days.
Damn.
Is that a little snapshot?
What?
That's less than a year and a half, Glenda.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Are you guys paying attention to that? Like if you haven't started, start like that. Oh my God, this is going to be fun.
Well, Glenda, question. When we go back to finding the right structure for you, how long did it take for you? How many videos did you have to shoot? And you're like, I got it. This is it. Was it a while? Because you mentioned even the first ones you shot, you just threw away.
Just the 4 long form we threw away. The 8, it took me 3 hours to shoot 8 TikTok videos. And I had been consuming a lot of content on TikTok. And I've been watching this guy, Matthew Hussey, who gives dating advice. And I loved how he did like this interview style with his little microphone. He looked all official. And I thought, oh, I could do real estate videos like that. And so that was what I told Denver. I said, hey, I want to do these real estate videos, and this is what I want to do. And I have a video that I posted on, I want to say it was December 31st, that shows like the first outtakes of the videos that I was shooting. And my eyes were here and there, and I wasn't very sure where to look, and I was looking down and everything. And so Denver really helped me. He put Sam, the lighting guy, in a chair, and he said, okay, just talk to Sam. Just act like you're talking to Sam about real estate. And I think what happened with the style was that the viewer was like, oh, I'm getting to listen in on a conversation. Like I'm a fly on the wall, like she's talking to her friend and I'm going to get to listen. And so it was that style that people really bit into, because I would post different stuff and it didn't quite work as well. And then of course, when I talk shit about Zillow, I got to look at the camera. I got to look at the camera because I'm serious. And my people know. And it's funny because they'll say, oh, she's looking at the camera. She's about to talk about Zillow. So the Glendarattis know what's coming.
I got to say this, and I'm not going to take credit. I was going to ask this question, but I'm going to give Aurelia the credit for asking this question. She said, did you start real estate when you were 3 years old?
You know what? I let's go with that. Obviously, I just had a facial yesterday, so I'm looking really young today.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Oh, that's funny. Me and Tristan did too.
I had one this morning, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. But let's go to Glenda's profile here. I want to just show the uniqueness of what she does, right? Where she shoots in batches, but this is what she's talking about, right? You don't have to reinvent this whole process. This is what we're talking about when we're like, go in, do your research, see who inspires you. By the way, Glenda, you inspire a ton of people, including me. So this is amazing. I love this. And I love the simplicity behind it, but yet I know there's structure, because you said you've got a lighting guy, you've got a video guy, and I'm pretty sure you've outlined at least the topic or the heading of what you're going to say.
Yeah. So like last night, I was sitting at dinner and the guy to my left is talking about expired listings, but rather than using the term expired listing, he says listing takeover. And I was like, ooh, I like the way that sounds. So I made a note, texted it to Denver. And so what happens is Denver comes over, he arrives at 7 o'clock. From 7 to 8, they get the set up. And then from 8:10 to 8:30, we frame out the day. So as the day goes through, I'll hear something and I'll think, okay, that's a good idea. Let me make a note, and I'll make it in my notes. I'll text it to Denver, and then Denver tosses me the idea that I've texted him. And then I do everything on the fly. There is no scripting. And a lot of times what Denver will do is Denver will see an article that he knows will get me worked up. And he'll say, oh, I saw this. What did you think about people using Dogecoin to buy houses? And, what do you think about Dogecoin? What do you think about stocks? And so we'll kind of go off, and it's a very organic conversation. And again, I think that's what my audience is biting into, is that getting to listen in style.
Somebody said they needed Denver.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
everybody needs a Denver. Denver
that's a great
is a unicorn.
So that's a great question, because there are other Denvers that exist. So describe kind of, if somebody says, I need that, like where do they even start to find that, and describe what that means? We're not talking about the city.
Yeah. So Denver Bailey, he's actually a filmmaker. He does like Coco Melon and Kinetic Sand and Time Warner and all kinds of fancy people. And he says to me, when I was talking to him on the phone, he's like, you do realize you can shoot TikTok videos from your phone? I'm like, yeah, that's not really an extension of my brand. That's not what I'm trying to do. And so I brought him in, and it's an investment. There's an expense there. But Denver produces, he shoots, he edits, and also he collaborates with me. I have a little series called Realtor Reacts, And that's where he finds. And so one of my videos is, once upon a time I sold a big ass house. And so am I allowed to say a bad word or no?
Fuck no.
Okay. 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 So big ass has kind of been following me, and literally, but anyway, I digress. So anyway, he shows me houses, big ass houses. And so Realtor Reacts is like big houses in other cities. And so he collaborates, he comes up with ideas. We talked a little bit about me being, one person in the video and then another person in the video. And he said, why don't we bring in actors and act out your best story times, like when you sold the wrong house or when the guy flashed you at the house. And so we brought in actors to show that. So, kind of making it a little bit spicy. So Denver is a unicorn. And I would encourage you, if you are looking, to find somebody and find out what their strengths are and how they can help you.
Dude, I really love that a lot. Let's go back now to when you first hired Denver.
Yeah.
How did you get to that point? Because I think that chemistry that you have with him now at this point, it's magical. But
Yeah.
how did you figure it out? Did he start getting to know you? Did he invest time in you? Did you invest time in this? How does this work?
Again, I mean, literally, I didn't do any research on him, which I probably should have. I go with my gut. And I think that one of the things that's made me successful in my business is I think you have to trust people even when you don't know them. And I went with a gut instinct with him. And literally, he has helped me, coached me, been the director, been the producer. He has amazing ideas. But I think that when you're working with a creative, you have to give them that latitude. You have to give them the freedom to feel like that you're not going to shoot them down, that you're not going to micromanage them. Because you want to buy a house, I can tell you anything about buying a house in Atlanta, Georgia. There's not one question you could ask me. But when it comes to filmmaking and videos, that's his area of expertise. And allowing the creative that latitude only makes you look better. And I think that that's one thing as real estate agents is we're control freaks. We're type A personalities, and we want to put the hammer down on everybody. We want it our way. Our way is the best way. And I think that when you're doing video, you've got to understand what you don't know. And that makes your creative, it lets their juices flow and get you a better product.
Love that.
That's true.
I want to point
True.
something out too before we move on to a couple questions as well. Is one thing that's very consistent with you is what you're wearing. Stars,
Yeah.
right? Everybody knows me, knows I'm a branding whore. I'm always wearing it, but I'm everything. I'm all over the place. You stars all the time. Talk about that.
Yeah. So I wore a shirt that had stars on it in one of my videos. And everybody was like, oh, I love your jacket. I love your top. That's so beautiful. I love the stars. You're a star, Glenda. And my mom always told me I was a star. And I say, oh, my stars. So I had a couple of star tops, and my audience was biting into it. And that is just being very cognizant of what they are looking for, what's engaging them, what are they liking. And so I was like, wow, they really like the star thing. I think I'm going to get some more star sweaters. And I did go a little bit overboard, but this is the thing is I'm at the World Series. I'm at the Hawks game. I'm at the airport yesterday. And no lie, people are like, are you Glenda Baker? I'm like, I am Glenda Baker. Oh, I knew it was you. I knew when I saw the stars, it was you. I saw blonde and stars. I'm at the World Series. How many people is that? 70,000 people or something? And this guy comes up to me and he goes, I saw a blonde with stars. You have to be Glenda Baker. And this other lady comes up to me. She goes, you're Glenda Baker, aren't you? I said, I am Glenda Baker. The husband goes, you cost me $15,000. I'm like, excuse me? She goes, we're painting the house white, just like you said in your video.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, it literally riding the stars all the way to the bank.
And you hear what she just said, folks. Like, this is part of the strategy, which I want to get to. Shantae, I saw, I'm going to answer or ask your question, but part of what Glenda just said is like, that is a social strategy across all platforms. The day you walk into the grocery store and people recognize you, you are winning. Like, game over. And now take your whatever you're doing and 7x it because it's working. And I mean, and Glenda did this in less than a year and a half. Start tomorrow. Start today. Hell, why not? I mean,
Yeah.
it's so impressive. But let's talk about, we've got a bunch of questions, and Shantae asked it. Some other people have asked. By the way, I'm going to give Shantae a little plug here. She's got this really cool event coming up with National Association of Real Estate Brokers Midwinter Conference in San Antonio. It's March 1st through the 4th. I know some guy who wears hats, who's bald, who's going to be on stage. You should definitely come check that out. Shantae, thank you for being on today. She asked, and other people have asked, ROI. How do you, is this a branding play? Is this something that you can actually, can you quantify the return on your investment from doing what you're doing?
Okay, so $250,000, give or take, just from TikTok. So in the TikTok comments, I'm moving to Atlanta, I want to buy a house. Or, hey, I saw your TikTok video, I want to list my house. So $250,000, okay? But it's a layering effect, okay? So, oh, I've seen your videos. Oh, I saw you on TikTok. So it's a layering effect. So I've been selling real estate since Jesus was a baby. In 1992, when I started, hey, how did you find me? I saw your sign at 123 Banana Street. I got your postcard about 123 Banana Street. It's not that easy these days because they'll see you on TikTok. They'll go to your website. They'll send you a contact thing. They'll send you a DM and Instagram. But let me give you a great example. What day is today? Today's Tuesday. Okay. Sunday at 2:32, I get a phone call from a girl in New York. She saw my video. She wants to buy a house in Atlanta, Georgia, $500,000. At 3:02, I get a text message from a guy who's in Noonan, Coweta County, that's in South Georgia. Hey, I am relocating to Sandy Springs. I want to buy a $300,000 townhome. Within 30 minutes, that's $800,000, a phone call and a text message just from TikTok videos. I mean, those are real people that are in the system with a signed brokerage agreement within 48 hours. I haven't met them. I know nothing about them because the credibility came from the layers of the videos.
We talk so much in all businesses that we have to meet the consumer where they're at, yet we seem to do the opposite,
Yes.
right? We seem to fight the most visited websites in the world: Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of those. It's like this is exactly what we should be doing, Glenda, exactly what you're doing. You're creating this trust through the videos that you're doing and the stories that you're telling. I think one of the things that just attracted me first to you was just the ease in which you tell the story and you engage people because you're also funny. And I love the personality. So where would you suggest people that are listening in start? Because not everyone's going to have your stories or the personality to match, right? So where would you suggest they start?
So I think that you got to get comfortable with yourself, number one, because whatever, you can pretend to be me, but you can't sustain that. So you need to get comfortable with yourself. And, somebody posted on one of my videos, oh, I don't think you need to use a cuss word to get your point across. Well, she's obviously not my tribe. And like, people are like, aren't you worried that people are not going to work with you because you use a bad word or you sold the wrong house or you talk about that you wasted your money? How are people going to have faith in you? Look, it's either going to repel them and get the riffraff out early, or they're going to embrace me. I want the people that love me. I would encourage you, if you are looking to start video, that you be yourself. Don't be afraid to get personal. Okay, let them know who you are. You're a mom, you're a stay-at-home dad, whatever you are, make sure that you're letting people know who you are. Don't be afraid of it. Turn the volume up, amplify who you are, because then you look more relatable. The world has never, ever been ready to embrace authenticity like they are today. So you don't have to worry about being new. You don't have to worry about, oh, I haven't sold a zillion houses like Glenda. I haven't been selling real estate since Jesus was a baby. You have the opportunity now to make yourself anything you want on social media, and you can literally be the data broker, and nothing accelerates credibility faster than proof. And when you can talk real estate, whether you sold one house or 100 houses, people are going to want to do business with you because you're relatable.
The relatable
so
part.
good. And you mentioned something that we just have, that we always get these really weird names on these webinars. This one's name is Anonymous Attendee. I don't know why their parents named them that, but the really good question. Bad clients, haters, like how do you filter that? How does that affect you? How do you respond to that? Personally, I love them, but tell us how you feel about them.
Well, I got in a little TikTok battle with a couple of different guys. This one guy, Tom Cruise, he's in North Carolina. He talked about, giving a fake contract to the lender to see if he could get an appraisal for $20,000 more than he paid for the house. Well, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but in my world, that's called mortgage fraud. And so I did a video about it, and man, he came back. Oh, that's not what I said. Bullshit. That is what you said. You posted a video about it. Same thing with Grant Cardone. He posts a video about he's 1.4 billion in debt and his bankers are calling him. Well, I don't know about y'all, but my bank doesn't ever call me as long as I'm making the payments. I mean, maybe they just called to chit chat. I have no idea. But he took issue with that. His team took issue with that. But this is the deal. Is you posted the video, I'm just responding to it. And I feel 100% confident in what I am saying. So if somebody takes issue with what I'm saying, I posted a video about millennials, that they were indecisive. And boy, they came after me. They're like, we're not indecisive. We're making less. There's more inflation, the cost to live, student debt. And I was like, holy cow, I didn't even take those things into consideration. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, millennials. I didn't take that into consideration. So for me, when I'm wrong, I absolutely jump up and say that I'm wrong, but I am absolutely doubling down whenever you come after me, because I'm telling you right now, I'm the Michael Jordan of real estate. You can't tell me that you presented a fake contract to a lender and that's not mortgage fraud, period. So, and I think that's a lot of times haters, user 123428890, yeah, that has an egg for a picture. I mean, yeah, you're going to come after me and call me Karen. Yeah, thank you. That's Miss Karen for you. So for me, I banter back and forth a little bit with them in the comments, but in all honesty, the Glendarattis absolutely destroy them. Anytime somebody comes after me, my fans and followers, they beat down on them.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
And a good thing about TikTok too is video replies, which Reels now has too. That's the best. And by the way, when you use that feature, those videos do really well. They perform really well. So use that feature. If you don't know what we're talking about, you probably do if you've been on TikTok, but you get that hater, you get that internet tough guy, do a response video to that comment and watch everybody come to your defense. Not to mention it creates really good content. Do you use that feature a lot, Glenda?
I don't, but my TikTok guy, I have a TikTok guy now. They thought I was like really big in the real estate space. And so they gave me like my own person. And he's like, look, you got to do the replies in video. And I'm like, but what if my hair's not fixed and I don't have on my makeup? I can't do that. He's like, no, you got to start doing that. So that's actually on our list to start doing as soon as I get back from Vegas. I'm traveling. I'm in a hotel room in Vegas, but as soon as I get back, that's what we're doing.
So tell me about the TikTok guy. We want to know. What's that?
So I have a TikTok, a person who works for TikTok. So they identify people that are doing great in a certain space, a certain industry, and they work with them to understand their back-end analytics. So this is this is for me, I'm an expressive analytical, which means I'm actually bipolar, but I'm a D in times of conflict. So if the road is paved with dead squirrels that fail to make a decision, it's not me. But anyway, I digress. So they give me this guy and he tells me, on average, I have 135,000 views across my TikTok catalog a day. Okay. Wow. The average person watches a TikTok video 9 seconds. Mine are watched 29.7 seconds. And 31.3% watch from start to finish multiple times. And so they
Damn.
were, so they were really impressed with the analytics of of the engagement. That's what they really thought. So on one video, I have one video that has 10 million views. It has 64,000 shares. And that's only on my page. So on another page picked it up. It's called At Records on Instagram. It has another 20 million views there, which, wait a minute, side note, Austin talked about hashtags. So I just want to say something about hashtags. Okay, so I hashtag Glenda Baker on every single video. It gives me the ability to see the cumulative views across all videos. Okay, so sit down. On my TikTok, I have 68. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. I have 68.4 million views. Okay, across my videos on TikTok. Okay. And so I can see cumulatively how many views I have. But I also hashtag Atlanta real estate. And everybody said, oh no, Glenda, that's too saturated. Don't do that. You're never going to get noticed. Atlanta real estate has 86 million views. 68 million of them are mine. So I pulled this up. I hope I still have it because I pulled it up when you guys were chit-chatting earlier. So if I search Atlanta real estate and I look at the top videos, and I don't know if you guys can see this because there's too much light, but if I scroll, there I am right there.
Type in Atlanta
Okay.
real estate in the search feature in TikTok, and you'll see what she's doing right now.
Yeah. And so all of these videos, look at this. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, 5. I mean, you swipe it and I'm coming up on every screen that you swipe. So don't be worried about, Toronto real estate or Iowa real estate, wherever. Put in and make it a habit. So for me, I do hashtag Glenda Baker. I do hashtag real estate, hashtag Atlanta real estate. And now my new one is hashtag Google Glenda, because I want to make myself come up in Google
So good.
just when people Google Glenda. So literally, if you put Glenda, Glennda in Google, like my Google My Business page comes up. Like everything is Glenda Baker. And I'm like, holy cow, this is awesome. So I want to train Google to Google Glenda. So hashtag Google Glenda is my new hashtag.
That is brilliant. Everybody wants to be relevant on Google. That is what a great idea. Tristan,
No
why aren't you
charge
doing
for that tip on Tuesday.
Happy Monday, everyone.
I was going to say,
That's it's really good.
Glenda, you and I have we have a lot in common because TikTok reached out to me and they said, you have 7.7 views on average per day. And I said, TikTok, you're missing like 7 zeros there. And they said, no. And that's why we're never going to reach out to you again, you hack. I love that TikTok's reaching out to you. I mean, that's so powerful. I mean, folks,
That was fake. I left it in my email until July, since July.
you
like,
thought it was
I
fake.
thought
I
it
would have
was-
too.
I mean, hello, why is TikTok reaching out to me? And then they're like, and then they kept sending these messages, and then they actually called me and they're like, hey, we want to talk to you. Could you call us? And so my assistant is like, TikTok is gone. I'm like, it's not really TikTok. No, it's really TikTok. And I was like, holy shit, it is really TikTok.
That's funny.
It's so awesome. I'm glad you brought up the hashtags too, because that was something I wanted to ask. Tristan, what are we missing? I mean, Glenda, you've done this, like, I think you've spoke on this like one other time. So you're doing a really good job of really covering everything here. I tease. We know you're pretty
I'm
amazing.
trying. I was just thinking, was there anything else you guys wanted to know? I'm
you know
sorry
what?
I was early. I'm always worried that I might have technical difficulties. And so I was worried. So
Well,
go
you know
ahead.
what?
That's good. Glenn, I have a question here.
Actually,
Yeah.
Tristan, real quick, take a note on what she just said. Could you?
She's really late every time. No
She's
technical
always
difficulties.
early.
That's so good. I love that. Jeff, happy fucking Monday. Okay. Shit. My God. Okay. Glenda, question for you in regards to what you're doing next. Like, what's next? How are you leveling up? Like, what's a desire that you have within the whole social media world that's saying, you know what, I need to do this, but you haven't had time to do it?
Oh my gosh, Tristan, you just don't have any idea. So a lot of people have reached out to me to do like different shows and courses and all kinds of stuff. And, it's just really important to me to be, very consistent with my brand and very authentic to myself. And I'm just kind of looking at different opportunities, but I really want to level up our industry. I'm ready to get rid of, the garden club real estate agent, the part-time, the half-ass person. I am just so ready to like level us up as an industry. And that's why, people are like, why do you tell people what you do and how to do it? Like, aren't you afraid somebody's going to copy you? Like, I want everybody to level up on video. I want everybody to level up on social, because I mean, think about it. In 1992, when I started, there was no way to, I think the video today has maybe 20,000 views. I couldn't have reached 20,000 people in 4 hours anyway. So do you understand the exponential reach that you have? And I want our industry to educate the consumer. Like, I want everybody to help the consumer understand why you should work with a neighborhood expert, why you shouldn't buy a house from somebody that you found online that you have no idea who they are, that was willing to give you back X% because you found them online. Because I want to talk about all those stories, all of those nightmares, all of the dream stories. And I want to help consumers achieve the American dream. Like, it's home ownership that is increasingly growing, out of the reach of so many people. So it's just important to me. When you ask me, what do you want to do on social? I want to reach more people to level up our industry and help more people become homeowners. And that's my goal. And the more I can do that, I'm happy as a pig in a puddle.
I love that. And for everybody that commented, and there's a lot that are like, you go girl. And they love that comment about, upping, well, I guess really almost getting rid. There needs to be a cleanse, right, in the industry.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
But if you all really want that to happen, then you got to do what Glenda's doing. That's the reality of it, because the industry's mediocre at best, on average, right? At best, and probably well below mediocre. And so if you want to purge this industry, if you want to cleanse it, we need more Glendas, because you will drive the half-ass person out, because they won't be able to afford to even maintain their damn license. Right. And so that's what we challenge you all there. You're here today for a reason. We applaud you for that. But you got to take it to another level. Stop watching all that. Well, don't stop watching, actually. Keep watching. We love you for that, but execute, right? That execution. And Glenda, we talked earlier about copycat, and copying and emulating and that sort of thing. There's a lot of people that should be doing that to you. What is your take on that? And if somebody walked away from here and said, I'm just going to go copy what Glenda's doing, how do you feel about that?
So that's a great question. So I will tell you, I had some girl in my 3-mile zone. So like literally, like I could like walk to her house. I could walk to her office. Like I get Starbucks at the place that's right, like 3 doors from her office. And this girl took my outfit, my earrings, my hairstyle, my setup, everything, copied it to the T. She's in my 3-mile zone. Like literally we're on a group text together. We're called the East Cobb Mafia. You want to talk about somebody's head spinning around, snot flying out of their nose? I lost my effing mind. I lost my mind because I had so much respect for her because she's a great real estate agent. And in my head, I'm thinking to myself, why are you trying to be me? Because you're such a great real estate agent. So I lost so much respect for her because she completely copied my thing. Thank God she didn't wear a star, or else really this shit would have hit the fan. But I digress. But this is the thing, is that I want people to look at what I'm doing. Like Katie Day is a great example. Katie Day in Houston, Texas. She's taken a very similar setup. She's pumping out the videos in batched format. And I love seeing her succeed. I love seeing, if you're a great agent, I love seeing you succeed. But what I don't want to see is I don't want to see you trying to be me. I want you turning up the volume on you, because this is the thing, is that if you're trying to be me, I'm going to crush you every day of the week and twice on Sunday. But if you're being you, your audience is embracing you. You're building your own following. You're building your own Glendarattis. And that's what I really want to see. And I think that everybody doesn't like sweet. Some people like salty. And so I think that that's why there's different strokes for different folks. I just want to see you be you.
Man, I love that. We got some questions, Tristan, that I want to address here in the Q&A. Eve asked, what was the website company that allows you to see how many views you had total, or where are you doing that from?
No, it's a hashtag. So you hashtag your name, Glenda Baker, and you can search in TikTok, Glenda Baker, and on the right side, and I want to say it's the 4th category over, it says hashtags. It'll give you the cumulative number of views across your name.
Great. And that goes back to the hashtagging. I love that. Fran asks, did you say that you have client sign a brokerage agreement?
Yes, I do have client sign a brokerage agreement.
You want to expand on that? Anything to share there? Fran, is there a reason why you asked the question? Maybe let us know.
Absolutely. Because I want them to, number one, I want them to be committed to me. But I will tell you something, don't tell anybody, but I have the Glenda guarantee, because I don't want somebody to be roped into a contract that doesn't want to work with me. So at any time that anybody wants to terminate, whether it's a listing or a buyer, a seller or a buyer, they have the ability to terminate without penalty, because I don't want anybody working with me that isn't thrilled to work with me, who doesn't have belief. If you've lost belief in me, then you know what? I wish you the best of luck. You go your way, I'll go mine. No harm, no foul. Because my life is too short to deal with people who don't want to deal with me. So I do have people sign a brokerage agreement, but I'm not keeping them locked in, because if for some reason they want to go somewhere else, they absolutely can.
Last question I have, and I think you mentioned this already, but I want to ask again, because we've talked about batching content and creating content, and Tristan talked about it. You do it in chunks. What is that strategy? What is that strategy so somebody can potentially emulate that?
Oh, absolutely. This is great, y'all. Okay, so I have a call to greatness every morning at 8 o'clock. Tristan, you may be on that call with Sharon. Anyway, it's the 5 a.m. call where y'all are, but it's 8 a.m. in Atlanta. Praise the Lord, because I missed it this morning. 5 a.m. in Vegas is really 5 a.m. I didn't realize that. But anyway, so I have a call to greatness every morning at 8 o'clock. And so I come down from that call at 8:10. So from 8:10 to 8:30, we frame out the day. What videos we're doing for TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. Are we going to shoot in the mud room? We just shot in my mud room, and I'm so excited. Can't wait to get those videos. That's going to be awesome. And they're more like looking at the camera. We're always trying to do something a little bit different to see if we can get the audience to buy in. So remember, okay, and I'm going to go back to the schedule. Just remind me that I got off on a tangent. But so this is the deal, is that I think that on Facebook, everybody already loves me on Facebook. On Instagram, they know of me. On TikTok, they have no idea who I am. So it's the same content, just packaged differently. And on LinkedIn, those people are all uptight and buttoned up. And so I did a little series on LinkedIn called Glenda's Guides. And I tried to be a little bit more buttoned up, a little bit more professional, not quite so starry. Mm-hmm. And those videos didn't do nearly as good as the regular videos. So I think that the LinkedIn people want to let their hair down over there. So I'm working on LinkedIn. I'm trying to fall in love with it, although I do not. But anyway, so from 8:10 to 8:30, we frame out what videos we're shooting for what platform. And then at 8:30 to 11:30, we shoot short form, and we shoot it in short form. So literally he tosses me the idea. I do the 1 minute short form video, and I do that. So sit down, y'all. I shot 47 videos the last time. So remember, in October of 2020, it took me 3 hours to do 8.
Yeah.
This time it took me 3 hours to do 47. I was like, Holy cow.
That's
So
a
you just
lot.
get better at it. You know, the more you do it, you get better. You become
So-
more proficient.
So how many are you posting up in a day on TikTok, just on TikTok?
I don't know, just one a day. Just
Okay.
one a day. I just one a day. Let's not get carried away. Because you know, this totally cracks me up. There's this guy and he's like, oh, well, you know, I can be a TikTok star like Glenda. I'm going to post like a gazillion videos. And he posts piece of shit videos and he's got like 49 followers. So it's not about the number of videos that you're posting. It's about consistency, yes, but the quality of the content has to be there. You can't just clip stuff and just make it work. That just doesn't happen.
Mm-mm.
So that's what I would say about that. Okay. So then I posted 47 videos. Okay. Or no, I shot 47 videos. Then from 11:30 to 12:30, we take a lunch break and then we start back. And then from 12:30 to 1, we kind of just chit chat to make sure we're all on the same page. And at
Mhm.
1 o'clock, we shoot from 1 to 6:30 or 1 to 7. So 11 hours. And in the afternoon, we typically do something a little bit more longer form. Typically those, 2, 3, 4 minute videos.
And how much content does that, is that a month's worth of content in your guys' world? Or
Yeah.
what?
So y'all, this is really crazy. Do you understand? I've only shot with Denver 15 days.
Yeah. Because you've only been doing it
So-
15 months. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Because you're thinking, oh man, she's got this huge catalog of content, which I do. But I created that for 15 months because in my head, I needed 8 TikTok videos and I needed 4 long form. So I could release 2 TikToks a week and 1 long form a week. So that was where I started. That's how I came up with that 12 to start with. But then I was like, wait a minute. And Denver was like, you need to post some more. And I was like, okay, I'll start posting some more. And that was like in April, I started posting more consistently. Oh, y'all, this is hilarious. Do I have time to tell you one more story?
Yep.
Okay, so because I was nice and early, so I figure I got a couple minutes. So anyway, so Denver sends me a text message, do not post any more videos. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't ask him why. Well, I didn't post any videos. And then he sends me a text message. He's like, I need to edit the videos. And I'm like, okay. So I didn't think anything about it. And he sends me a text. He's like, you haven't posted a video in 10 days. What's up? I said, well, you told me not to post any videos. He's like, did you not see the comments? I'm like, yeah, but I understand them. And I said, they were talking about being zooted. Like, I totally didn't get that. Like, what are they talking about? He's like, because your eyes were red in the video, you looked like you were stoned. So I had to go back and edit all of the videos. So anyway, so yeah, you gotta be consistent. So, okay, so let's go back. So 11 hours and I post the videos every single day. And I'm very consistent, except for that one day that 1 week I didn't post for 10 days because I looked like I was zooted in all the videos. But that's the thing is like, you got to make comments in the video. So then I shot a video about being zooted and no, I wasn't. I was just tired that day and my eyes were red.
You know, and somebody, I hear that we see this question a lot. Justin asked it like, so when do you have time to do real estate? But you kind of just answered that.
It's one day a month, y'all.
That's it. I think that's such a lost, people get so lost in those of us that create so much content. And for me, it actually is pretty time consuming. You're doing it way more efficiently than I am. But at the same token, there's also this thing called scaling your business and putting people in place to do all of the things that either A, you're not that good at, or B, that's not money making activity for you. And so believe it or not, doing what Glenda's doing is money making activity. Yes, you may not see a direct ROI. You may not get a lead that you sell a house immediately, although she has. It's a long game and it's not even that long for you. I mean, you're just debunking everything that we say, which I love because you're a great success story. But listen, folks, like you got to understand that putting your efforts and your time into this stuff will make you into Glenda. Glenda, can you share your stats? Like, I think you mentioned it again, but share them again. How many homes do you sell a year and for how many millions of volume?
Oh, I sell about 114. Last year I did 114, $70 million. So, I sell a decent amount of houses. I just, I think that the most important thing is that you look at it as an investment, not an expense. I think that you need to understand that you've got to engage with the people. So I take my hour of power, where I used to call expireds and for sale by owners, and I use that time to comment and post and engage and DM with my people. And I post every morning. And if I haven't posted by 9 o'clock, they're all whacked out. They're wondering, want to make sure that everything's okay. The DMs start flowing in, the text, like, is everything okay? You haven't posted a video today. So, I mean, like, I have a very consistent routine. Everybody said, oh, you need to post at 11 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or 7 p.m. And I found that posting in the morning for me was absolutely the most consistent. And I post every morning between 6 and 9 a.m. I wake up every morning between 5:50 and 6:10. And the first thing I do is check all of the comments and respond in the comments and get the juices flowing, because it's pinging them that I responded in their comments. I respond to DMs. It's getting the juices flowing. And then I post on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. Then I get my day started. I take my shower and everything. I get ready. I have my hair, makeup, shoes, and then I go back and I go another 30 minutes commenting on whoever's commented first on those videos. And then I don't touch those again until the evening or the next morning.
So you're doing all of this. That was a question that Ruby just asked.
So I am doing all of the posting because I want it in my voice, but I have Larzelle, and Larzelle, she keeps the spreadsheet that shows where it's been posted. So, okay. So once upon a time, I sold a big ass house. It's 53 seconds long. I have on a green jacket. My hair is straight. Okay. The captions are white. Okay. It was posted on LinkedIn on this day, Instagram on this day, TikTok on this day. So she's got the date and everything. And so what we're
same videos to every platform.
Well, no.
Okay.
It's not the same. It's a different video to every platform every day. Because I'm not posting the same thing on Instagram that I'm posting on TikTok, that I'm posting on LinkedIn, because then they're bored. So it's all different. It's 3 different videos. But Larzelle is running the back end, because I want to know, like, was it the red shirt or the green shirt or the white shirt or the black shirt? Which one did better? Was my hair beauty pageant or was my hair sleek? You know, were the captions white or the captions were blue? So I'm looking at all of that data to see if there's a common thread between comments and shares and likes and views, because I want to be able to give them what they're biting into. Because if it's not working, I don't want to, like, I have this, like, this wheat color shirt, and it washes me out, and it never fails. Whenever I wear that shirt, those are the lowest performing videos. Is it because it's a wheat color shirt, or is it because the content sucks? I have no idea. But the only common thread I can find is that shirt. The shirt. So I'm not shooting in that shirt anymore.
So Glenda, where do you track all this? Google Doc, sheet?
In a Google sheet. Remember, I'm 48,000 years old. Did you forget? Like, literally, like, I don't have some fancy smancy zippity zappity into this CRM, into that thingamajiggle to automatically doodad this. No, it's a virtual assistant that literally goes through and looks at, 9 to 12, this video performed like this. 12 to 3, this video performed like this. 3 to 6, this video performed like this. Because I also want to look at the timing of when it's capturing everything. Does that make sense?
Oh, heck yeah. I love that. And what's your team structure like for real estate? Is it just you, showing agent? What's it look like?
So me, Evelyn, and Elizabeth. Elizabeth's been with me 21 years. Evelyn's been with me 6. We sell. And then I have Andrea, Larzelle, and Victoria, who run the back end. Victoria handles, like, the speaking engagements, the podcasts, all that kind of stuff. And Andrea runs my gifting program. So I have a very robust gifting program. And then Larzelle runs, she has a team that runs all of the paperwork.
Got it. All right. How much time do we have, Jeff? 4 minutes. All right. Tell us about the gifting program. I want to know about that.
So Glenda gives gifts. My love language to give is gifts. And I love to find something that is very special to you, that every time that you look at it, it's going to take you back to that moment in time. And because it was a gift from me, you're automatically going to think about me. And I think that people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And what is the first thing that your mother tells you? Don't take food from a stranger. Don't take candy from a stranger. My name is Glenda Baker. So I do a lot of baked goods. Once somebody takes food from you, you're no longer a stranger. Number one. Number two, they eat it and it's good. They associate you with that good feeling. But I think that where people miss out on the whole gifting strategy is that they give things that they like. They don't give things that you like. So my favorite color is blue, not red. And somebody gives me a red candle votive. I'm never using that in my home because my entire home is blue. And so it tells me that they're thinking more about themselves than they're thinking about me. So I have baby blankets and picture frames and puzzles and baked goods and all kinds of stuff like that. And so I take the opportunities from when you post on social. I take that opportunity to, because if you post it on social, you want everybody to know your kid graduated from kindergarten. It was your kid's birthday. It was your anniversary. You wanted everybody to know that. And having the opportunity to console, congratulate, and compliment, that's the 3 times in life that you can make an impact in somebody's life.
Ooh, can you repeat that?
Console, compliment, congratulate.
The 3
3
C's.
moments in time when you have the ability to make an impact in someone's life. No charge for that tip on Tuesday.
Happy Monday.
Checks in the mail.
Dude.
Are you in Vegas with Zach, by the way?
I am. I'm
Nice.
not with Zach right now. I'm in my hotel room.
Well, yeah, but that would have been weird if he would have
Yeah.
popped his head in.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm in Vegas with Zach for Tom
Awesome.
Ferry.
Awesome. Yeah, Zach will be on later. Zach's in about an hour or so. So you mentioned him, so I think that's
Yeah.
really awesome. Glenda, I think our audience would like to have us keep talking to you, but we can't
Forever.
because we're gonna move on. But this has been fantastic. We're gonna definitely do this again. We're gonna keep you close in our bubble. I hope you're willing to stay there, and let's talk some more often.
Absolutely. I just want to say thank you. I am a huge fan. And I have to tell you, like, when I got an email from Tristan, I was like, oh my God, like, he even knows that I'm like alive. I nearly passed straight damn out. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored and flattered to have the opportunity to be in your ecosystem. So thank you.
We love what you're
Amazing.
doing and what you're spreading, which is, let's level up. So thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thanks.
Glenda.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, Tristan, how does that feel? Like you're like basically a hero. I mean,
She's the hero, bro. She's amazing. I love her.
I talk to you every day, so I think it's fun and funny.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna poke fun at you every day for the next 2 weeks.
That's why I like Happy Monday. I'm gonna get a shirt. That's Happy Monday.
You
Happy
dick.
Monday, everyone.
Oh,
But Tristan, it's
you.
Friday. Oh, you weren't there. You don't know.
yeah, for you, pal.
Happy Monday.
All right. Well,
What's next?
while we're waiting for Joshua, the ginger marketer, Glenda just did something. She has done something that bleeds perfectly into what Brandface is doing. And she talked about it. If you guys didn't take tips from what she just talked about, you weren't paying attention or you were mesmerized. I was both, but she has built such a powerful brand and she's got it so freaking dialed in. Everybody just kind of needs to take a step back and realize before you start just jumping in and hiring your Denver and creating all of this content, can you answer these 5 questions right here? What sets you apart? Who do you serve? How do you serve them? What qualifies you to serve them? And how does that make their life better? Take a picture of this.
Actually, I'm gonna take a snapshot right now. Hold on. Don't leave. Because
Take a
you know
picture
what?
of this.
Dude, that makes a great TikTok. I'm just gonna answer those.
Go. You know what? Why don't you go ahead and answer those questions right now before we bring Joshua in? Tristan,
Write them all down. Write them all down with us. Let's go through this together really quick. And let's see here, Brandface. And by the way, what's the link to Brandface? There it is, brandfacestar.com. Let's go. What sets you apart? I think for everyone, we can go in and say, well, we all have a set of skills and knowledge that sets us apart from other people. We just have to identify what that is. For us, I love processes and systems, and I love reading. So, and I get to interview some of the most amazing people, right? So that's what I go to on my videos. Who do I serve? I serve two sets of audiences, one real estate agent, the other, I would say, business owners. It was more the consumer, Jeff, but that shifted on my part. How do you serve them? I create simpler processes and I make their life easier through what I create. So there you go. What qualifies you to serve them? I'm just happy Monday. How does that make their life better? Well, damn, I make their life easier so they come back for more. Dude, I love these questions.
I love it. Again, if you didn't take a
picture,
picture, do it. And then go check out discussyourbrand.com. They're a phenomenal contributor in Drunk on Social. They will change your marketing life.
Actually, hold on, Jeff. If we can all go through this, and then once we have the answers, start using more of TikTok or Instagram or whatever, this will give you a lot more clarity as to who you're serving. So this is really good. I love this.
Lab Coat Agents Podcast.